types of turbocharging. What exactly it is, So what is constant and what is pulse type turbocharging? Hello everyone, my name is Easton Dias and today you're at Basic Marine Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about different types of turbocharging, that will be constant pressure and pulse type turbocharging. Before we go to the topic, please make sure you watch the entire video. If you like the video, please do comment, give a thumbs up. And for this video, I will keep a small target. This is the first time I'm trying this. I will keep a target of 50 likes. So hit that like button if you like the video. Do share the knowledge and do share the video. Okay. Coming back to the topic, let's discuss today about types of turbocharging. In types of turbocharging, we have constant pressure and pulse type turbocharging. So let's first learn about constant pressure. Now in constant pressure, what happens is each and every exhaust of a unit, each and every exhaust of a unit goes to a common manifold. Now this manifold, every exhaust of each and every unit is getting collected, and then that outlet is going to your turbocharger turbine. Now what happens is, because of this, there will be constant pressure being supplied for the turbocharger inlet, and because of that it is called as the constant pressure type. Now in this, what will happen is the exhaust manifold which is there has to be large enough to store the exhaust, but should not be very large so that it takes very long time to get filled up. Now the advantage of having this manifold is, there is no much pressure fluctuations which are taking place. One more thing which happens is, when all the different exhausts are going to the manifold, there is an eddies which are getting created. This eddies will also dampen out whatever pressure fluctuations which are taking place. The work done is not when the exhaust moves to the manifold. The work is done when the exhaust is moving through the nozzle and the blades, and because of that there is a temperature drop taking place. Also, when all the exhaust which is going to the manifold, there is a less possibility of any pressure rise been taking place, because there is one big manifold which has been put. So because of that, we don't have any pressure rise taking place. Now let's speak about the advantages. Constant pressure is considered to be the most efficient because the turbine is getting all the exhaust at a constant pressure. The exhaust, since it is given at a constant pressure and since there is no much pressure fluctuation taking place on the turbine, for that reason the efficiency which the constant pressure draws at a constant, at a higher loads, is considered as one of the best. Now there is also another advantage for it, especially for the new modern engines, the main engines which are there, which are having a long stroke. Now when you have a long stroke, what happens is you can utilize the pressure. You can utilize whatever pressure which has been built up during the combustion. You can utilize that pressure, so you can have a longer stroke. Now that pressure is directly transferred to the engine, or that energy, that pressure is directly transferred to the engine. Whereas in pulse, what we'll have, we will not able to do that. Whereas in constant pressure, since we are not bothered about the pressure, since we are not depending upon the pressure pulses, we can use that pressure and have a longer stroke, and that is how it is going to benefit us. Also, this gives a better scavenging, especially at high loads. We can get a better scavenging from the constant pressure. Since pulses are not produced, we can draw more heat we can draw more energy out during the waste recovery system. Since pulses are not used, more energy is available for the compressor and the turbine. Since main engine is running at higher loads and there is very less load fluctuation, it is the best for main engine. Now talking about the disadvantages, constant pressure cannot be used for fluctuating loads and also cannot be used for low loads. And what happens when there is low load or when the engine has just started, that time the exhaust is getting filled up in your manifold, and for that reason your turbocharger is not getting any exhaust, and because of that it will not able to run at a speed and in fact produce the scavenging. So during that point of time, or during that time, you will require electric blowers or compressors or we also call them auxiliary blowers. So in main engine, you'll often find that there are two auxiliary blowers which are meant to run at a lower speed or at a lower RPM when there is not enough exhaust to run the turbocharger. Now coming back to the pulse type turbocharging, in this what happens is each and every exhaust of a unit goes to the turbocharger, and we are using the pressure pulses which are there, the pressure fluctuations or pressure pulses which are there, we are using those to run the turbocharger. And because of that, we have to do grouping. Okay, we cannot directly send each and every pulse to the turbocharger, and you have to do grouping depending upon the firing order, so that there is no back pressure acting from one unit to another unit. And normally what will happen, suppose if we have a 6-cylinder unit, what we'll be doing is 3 units will get combined to one line, another 3 units will combine to another line, so there'll be 2 lines which will be going. So that is how it is done, and each the gap between 2 units is kept at 120 degrees. Okay, the variation is kept between 120 degrees. Then the exhaust which is coming out to the pipe will be of a larger diameter, but it has to be smaller than the exhaust outlet. Okay, so that what happens, because the exhaust outlet was bigger and now the pipe diameter is smaller, now because of that what will happen is there will be another pressure which will get built up. So this pressure built up has to be closer to the turbocharger inlet, turbine inlet, so it should not be very far. Okay, so that spacing also has to be maintained for the pulse type turbocharger. Now because of the pulsating nature, because of the pressure pulse being used, it is very good. This pulse type turbocharging is very good for low load and fluctuating loads. Then one more care is taken, the opening and closing of the exhaust valve is done at a faster rate, so that there is pressure can be drawn from that. Work is also done by expanding of the gases at the nozzle and the blades. Now if we consider the requirements of pulse type, we require to do grouping. One is that point. Secondly, we need to have the exhaust valve opening very fast, opening and closing very fast. Thirdly, we need to have the pipe diameter bigger but smaller slightly than your outlet of the exhaust. Fourthly, the turbocharger total turbine inlet. The turbine inlet should be close to the pressure rise which is taking place. And about the grouping, as I had mentioned, 3 cylinders will be coupled to one turbine with the crank interval of at least 120 degrees. So that is how the grouping will be done. If we consider the advantages are, as I said earlier, it is very good at fluctuating loads and very good at part loads also. So for that reason, it is very beneficial to be used on your generators. So on generators where we have fluctuating loads happening, there the performance is considered very good because it copes up with the fluctuating loads. Also, another advantage you can consider is, it utilizes the unutilized kinetic energy of the exhaust gases, which is not been utilized in your constant type. But then again, when I said constant type also gives an advantages for the main engine, like you can have a longer stroke and that energy or that pressure is been transferred to your main engine movement itself. Okay, hope you guys have understood the differences. I think I have gone in, I have explained each and every point. If you want to refer any material on this, I would suggest or advise you to try Devin Arana. It's a very good book. I had studied from that during my time, so you can refer that book. And if you have any doubts, you can write down below. If you have liked the video, do press the like button, do share and subscribe. Do comment. I would like to hear from you what you like, what you have not liked, and if I have missed out anything, still you can write down below. Till my next video, best of luck, be safe and take care.